Hey everybody, welcome back to Magic Orthodoxy. My name is David. You're here because you want more magic reviews. That's what I do best. Hey, today we're gonna look at Fresh Swap from SansMinds Creative Labs. All right, Fresh Swap. What is this? What is this trick? It is a gum magic trick with gum. I think I've done like 3 different reviews, 3 or 4 reviews for magic tricks that involve gum. Magic tricks that involve gum are always kind of cool because they're organic. You know, who doesn't have a pack of gum in their back pocket right now? Like, you just carry gum with you, or you have gum in the car, or you have gum in your purse. It's something that doesn't look like a magic trick, especially if it's something being passed around, or if somebody says, hey, do you have a piece of gum? You say, hey, you know what, better than that, I can do this really cool trick for you. And what you do is you take out one of those sliding packet of gum containers that has like the drawer, the shelf in the drawer, and you slide one out of the other. You have the gum on one side and the package on the other side, and in a blink, they change places, and it's very visual. Let's talk about this trick. All right, so you're excited, you buy it, you pay your money, the mailman brings it to you, you open the box, what are you gonna find? It's typical SansMinds, it's a DVD. It's a DVD. You're gonna get 2 identical devices. We'll call them gimmicks, but they're really just objects that you'd find out in the real world. And you're gonna use them to help you build this trick. So no gum comes with this, there's no packaging that comes with this. You're gonna have to go and find the gum in your area, at your store, in your hometown, in your neck of the woods that works for you, and you're gonna build it yourself. It's also gonna come with a DVD. DVD is roughly 22 minutes long. All right, so is it what I thought? Did the advertisement fool me? Could I figure it out? Kinda. I mean, there's a bold move in this, and even though they try to blow by it in the trailer, it's still kind of obvious what should be happening. And I figured it was either I figured the way they went about it, I figured the method was something different, but the method wasn't what I thought, but what was happening was what I thought. All right, so how are the angles? The angles, I would say, are similar angles, similar movements to that of a hot rod. It's almost like a giant hot rod, okay? It's almost like a giant paddle, almost. And so there could be some exposure and flashing issues depending on how you hold the packet of gum. So I think you just need to be in a really good rhythm. Can it be inspected? No, nothing can be inspected. And no, you probably couldn't give them a piece of gum afterwards unless you wanted to build a whole new gimmick. All right, so what's the overall quality and production value of the video? Hey, once again, it's Jason Yu, alone. Mostly it's gonna be tabled shots during the construction and then chest shots during the performance. There's some light music in the background. As far as what they're gonna teach you, you'll get a studio performance, which is new. I haven't seen them do a studio performance before. A full performance, yeah. So that was kind of cool. Then there's a section where he talks about just the secret, like what the secret is. Then you'll go into building the gimmick. And like I said, you're gonna get 2 small items to help you build it. So you're gonna need the gum and all of your arts and crafts stuff ahead of time before you go and build it. And that's really the first half of the DVD. So out of the 22 minutes, that's the first half of the DVD. Second, you'll do the how to set it up really quickly to keep it in your back pocket. Jason's gonna go over his own routine, and then there is some final thoughts. Is it well made? Like I said, you make it, right? But I would say once it is built, it's pretty sturdy. There's not a lot of moving parts to it. It's pretty stable. So I could easily see you building this, and because it's gonna be in your back pocket, it'll probably take some damage. I don't think it would be very hard to kind of disassemble and build again. It's pretty simple. As a gimmick, as a self-made, homemade gimmick, it's not complicated. All right, so how much practice does this require? Like I said, the gimmick is pretty self-working. It's pretty self-working on its own, and you're doing a giant a giant hot rod effect, almost like a double giant hot rod effect. And you just got to be bold and just do it. And yeah, it's not hard. How much setup and reset is there? It's pretty much the packet of gum goes back in the slider, and you know you're carrying 2 with you at all times. And yes, that is crucial. You do have to carry 2 with you, and you just put those in your back pocket, and then the routine kind of rolls forward from there. It kind of sets itself up during the process. Positives. All right, so what are the positives? Fresh Swap is a fun, organic trick that fits right in your back pocket. It's easy to build and it's easy to do. Negatives. All right, so what are the negatives? You know, ever since I started this channel, I have always asked, what are the good things about this trick and the bad things? I've been doing this for years, and I've always been upfront and unbiased every single time I do a review. The thing with Swap is, and I said this twice I think now, it's a very bold move to do with no cover. When I see Jason do it in the studio performance, I mean, granted, I'm looking right where, I'm looking right at what I'm supposed to be looking at, but it's very obvious to me what he's doing. Does that make sense? Like, I just go, yeah, it's a fun visual, and it kind of doesn't make sense because the objects do switch places, and at the end of the trick, you do slide one back into the other, but it kind of almost makes me want to just say, can I see it? Because in my head, I'm thinking, I think I figured it out. Maybe. There might have been a telltale clue. So I think it's a bold move to do when you don't have any cover. So I'd be curious to know what this would look like if you had a little bit of cover. Like if you took, like, you know, maybe how like Shin Lim does his Dream Act, where he puts something one behind his back and one in their front, and then he turns around and they've switched places. Something like that, maybe, I think might work better. To just show it and switch it. Your hand position obviously changes. And I think your spectator picks up on that. They see your hand position move, and they see you do what you do. I mean, it's like I said, it's very bold, and without cover, it looks obvious. So I kind of almost wonder what it would look like with cover. I think it might even work better. How much is this? Is it worth your money? It's 20 bucks. 20 bucks, you know, yeah, I can see that. Just as long as you understand that you're gonna have to buy the gum and make sure that you have some arts and crafts tools later on. Who would like this? I think if you wanna do magic out on the playground or at recess, or you know, walking around your college campus, or you do busking, or you just wanna have something in your back pocket, and you're just going off to the movies with your friends, and you're just something quick and organic, and something that doesn't involve cards and coins, something that looks a little bit more real world friendly. You know, you're gonna go to a bar or a restaurant, people are, hey, do you have a mint afterwards? Things like that. I think this would work as a fun quickie. All right, so that's everything I can say about Fresh Swap from SansMinds Creative Labs. Of course, I want to thank Murphy's Magic Supplies for allowing me to have this so that I can do the review for you. And if you'd like to purchase it for yourself, you can find it wherever quality Murphy's Magic products are sold. Thanks, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye. Is it well made? Like I said, you make it. But once it is melt, and you're gonna have a little section where he talks. All right, so a couple questions we always ask